India is taking a major step towards becoming self-reliant in helicopter engines. State-run HAL and France's Safran helicopter engines have signed an agreement to jointly develop a new high-power helicopter engine for India's next-generation rotorcraft. The engine has been named Aravalli. It will power HAL's 13-ton Indian multi-role helicopter along with its naval variant, the tech-based multi-role helicopter or DBMRH. The engine will deliver between 3,500 and 4,000 shaft horsepower. And what makes this deal significant is that this is not simply about manufacturing an imported engine in India. For the first time, India will jointly design and develop a high-power helicopter engine domestically. The program is being undertaken through the 50-50% Safhal joint venture between HAL and Safran. For India, the bigger gain could be access to critical engine technologies. Indian engineers will work alongside Safran team on areas including the high-pressure compressor, power turbine, fuel and oil systems, accessory gearbox and engine external systems. The program is also expected to give HAL greater exposure to engine design, testing, certification and international development practices. And importantly, it could help India build the expertise and intellectual property needed for future indigenous aero engine programs. The Aravalli engine will be manufactured at Tumkuru in Karnataka. The program could also create opportunities for Indian companies in advanced manufacturing. It is expected to strengthen India's domestic MRO or maintenance and repair capabilities as well. The engine is being developed primarily for military helicopters, but the IMRH and its naval version could also have applications in offshore transportation, utility operations and VVIP transport, potentially opening opportunities in the civil aerospace sector. The timeline is significant. The design and development of the Aravalli engine is expected to be completed by 2032-33, and the big question is, can India turn the Aravalli into a launchpad for the true self-reliance in aero engine technology? Now, well, with the case of the jet, the story has been very, very different. On this issue, I am joined by Group Captain V.N. Jha, Senior Scientist, former Joint Director, DRDO. So, how different is that helicopter technology from the jet? Is it the same or apples and oranges?
Yes, these are the apples and the oranges, or even the jackfruit, you can say. Look, helicopter is entirely a totally different ballgame. When we are talking of helicopters here in India, we have got a very diverse scenario, which is unlike of the fighter aircraft. A fighter aircraft can take off from, Ambala base or any base, can go over Sachin area at so-and-so altitude and come back and land there. That's not the case in helicopter. In the helicopter, you could operate in the comfort of the base sea level as such. That is, I'm talking of the takeoff and landing. But if you have to take off from, say, Sachin base and go to the Amar post, where the altitude or density height goes to about 21 to 22,000 feet, I have myself gone to the Amar post, where in the those days
I have
helicopter.
gone to Kumar Post.
That's fine. Kumar is the base. Kumar is much below. So, I had a project. In that, I had to go to Amar and Sonam, both of them. I, as a about 68 kg individual, I could not have been taken in the first trip because load carrying capacity of Cheetah was 48 kgs. So they dropped me at Kumar. They went to the to the Amar post, came back, and then I was supposed to go, but I couldn't go because the weather pattern in that area. That is beside the point. I'm saying that if you have to take this helicopter to air maintenance sorties, that could well incorporate Amar, Sonam, or anywhere else, Zulu 1, Zulu 2. They are the very tricky posts where you go to the extremes of the operating capability of the helicopter. So, right now, when we are talking of the medium indigenous lift helicopter, we already have the so-called heavy lift helicopter Chinook from USA, which has a carrying capability of about, say, 10 to 11 tons. And this particular engine, direct shaft handling capability of 13 ton, it will be even heavier than that. So it's a very welcome sign for the Indian aviation, especially the military aviation. It could as well go to the civil as you have mentioned in your then. But then what happens here? The intricacy, what I was trying to tell you, that when you take the load and go and hover and land at those pace, it could be Sachin based, it could be Kumar based, it could be Nadan, it could be, Amar or Sonam, uh, then it matters a lot. And that is the reason where right now we were lagging. So Chinook has given us something. Even the ALH has given us something. It can carry about 5.5 to 6 tons of the load. Medium lift Me 17 V5 I'm talking of, it can carry as much as 4-ton loads. But then helicopter, it matters a lot because when you go and land, land at high altitude area, capability
So
comes
have you been
drastic.
able to indigenize helicopter engine technology?
Yes, that is the second point I was coming to. Till now, we have made the helicopter ALS. We have made LUH, light utility helicopter, that we have made. I was also involved in ALS Mark III in some form of the life support, giving that indigenous one. So that is the one. Once you make this engine in collaboration or in co-development, then you have got the hold on to making the engine to your own. Remember, engines are the core of the craft, and it matters a lot which aircraft you have designed
So
the
is
engine.
helicopter engine complication same as the jet engine complication? I'm just trying to make it really simple for my viewer.
No, it is slightly simpler than the jet. In the jet, the engines will have to be in the confines of the main body fuselage of the aircraft, whether it is dual or the single. Whereas in the helicopter, it has got a different section, wherein even a different bit of differences or the deviations on the exact dimensions can be taken care of by and large. So it is not that much difficult, but don't take my words as a simplicity, because it sounds to be simpler, but it is quite different, and especially when we are talking of the direct shaft drive. Now, so these are the helicopter engines which will go a long way for India, and it is a unique engine for the helicopter, because till now we don't have in this part of the world any helicopter capable of lifting that type of load, having that type of capacity carrying capability, tonnage carrying capability. So it's a welcome sign. I welcome Ministry of Defense. I really compliment HAL to have come up. HAL, we must understand, in DRDO, we had a complex called GTRE. That
Okay.
was the gas turbine engine development for the engines.
Okay.
Wherein jet engines were being developed, and Kaveri, as you know, Kaveri 1 has failed, Kaveri 2, now we are in the process. That also will take some time, but it is very, very intricate thing. Remember, from Kaveri 1 to Kaveri 2, with about 15 to 20% increase in the dry regime, what we call it, without afterburner thrust power generation. It is going to take another 5 years, 4 to 5 years. But while we have already had the experience, expertise of developing Kaveri 1. So that is the type of intricacy that goes into the jet engine. And it is relatively easier because remember, HAL doesn't have the expertise of design development of engine.
Okay.
That expertise is with GTRE. I'm
But
sure.
is it up to that the so-called, I don't know whether these timelines exist for helicopters like generation 5th, generation 6th, 4th generation. What is this generation? Is there a generation of engine for helicopter engine, sir?
Yes, we can call it. The engine has got the vast improvement in its functioning. Now they are self-control engine in the sense that when you increase the thrust, what all aspects of the engines are being taken care, by increasing thrust, that is automatically calculated. There is a very robust computer which takes care of entire thing, which earlier the pilots or the engineers or the designers had to calculate that how much will be of this required. So those things are being taken care of by the computer. Even some part of AI is being incorporated in these engines, artificial intelligence. So it's a different ball game altogether, but it's a very safe step, I must say, that India has gone into this development. But then India should also step down from that 13 tons carrying capability to about 7 to 8 tons carrying capability, wherein our own ALH could carry a higher tonnage. It could be ALH Mark 3 high altitude HA, which could be fitted this slightly lesser capability engine, maybe 9 tons or 8 tons capability, and then that type of air maintenance will be much easier for our own troops in the coming days. So all this flexibility should be there with the HAL or whosoever is co-developing this engine. In this particular type of co-development, joint development, HAL will give all inputs about the dimensions, the fitment, the fuel entry, the other rotor types of things, what is happening, the type of rotor it has got, the load coming on to each rotor. So all those dimensions and the parameters will be given by HAL, and Safran is expert in that.
Okay.
Also remember, I was slightly disappointed last year when HAL or GTRE and Safran signed a co-development of AMCA engine that they have already signed. I was slightly disappointed. Why? Already existing Safran engine.
Okay.
It could be CFM 56 that they have got.
Okay.
It already has the dry regime thrust of about 82 kilonewtons. Why such thing could not be straightway procured as a alternative to the G404 or G415?
Okay.
So I was slightly disappointed onto this, but then should the need come, PM Modi has got excellent rapport with his.
There's a lot of can be a slip between cup and the lip.